Hi everybody, this is Melanie Shapiro. I'm an immigration lawyer in Massachusetts. Today I am here to talk about some changes in immigration laws, some really exciting updates. There's some big announcements about immigration law. Today I'm out in the Worcester office. We have two offices, one in Worcester, Massachusetts and one in Norwood, Massachusetts. And we also do consultations virtually on Zoom, on the phone, on WhatsApp, and we represent more than 65 countries. And we have clients all over the world and all over the United States. So if you want to schedule a consultation with us, you can call the office at 781-461-0100. Send us a message on Facebook, on Instagram, or WhatsApp, which is the same as the office number. Another thing before I get started on the immigration news is that we are doing a free clinic in celebration of Pride Month, and that clinic is going to take place here in Worcester on the 24th. So next week we're having a clinic on Thursday in celebration of Pride Month. We have a ton of people that are already signed up. We do have a few spots available still if you do want to take advantage. It's free 15-minute consultations, and all you have to do is send us a message on Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp or call the office and we can get you in. We still have some slots in the afternoon, so take advantage of the opportunity. I am here to talk to you because I am so excited about some of the changes that are happening in immigration right now. Yesterday, something huge happened. So under the Trump administration, Trump basically tried to get rid of asylum for people who were seeking asylum based on domestic violence that they suffered in their countries, or based on their membership in their family, if somebody in their family was persecuted and they are in danger because they are a member of that person's family of also being persecuted, and also gang violence. So gang violence is a huge problem in Central America, and basically under the Trump administration, Trump was saying that gang violence-based asylum was a no-go, domestic violence-based asylum a no-go. So he was trying to get rid of many, many years of good case law on these types of cases. So I am so excited. Yesterday, Attorney General Garland vacated the decisions under the Trump administration regarding asylum. So this is super exciting. I'm really excited because I have so many women in particular that I'm helping who otherwise would have been eligible for violence, domestic violence-based asylum cases. And I have one at the Board of Immigration Appeals right now. And I'm really excited because we can send in an update to the appeals court and let them know, hey, this case you should send back down because of Attorney General's holding yesterday. So woohoo for domestic violence-based asylum. It's better for gang-based asylum and for family membership. So that's the huge news from yesterday. The other huge news, which is so exciting too, is that for people who are applying for U visas, who have their applications pending right now or are about to file them, these people can now apply for work permits. And this is really exciting because with the U visa applications, they're super, super limited. There's only 10,000 available every year, and there's 239,000 U visa applications pending. That means that the backlog is insane. And so because of this backlog, people weren't able to get work permits for many, many years. But now President Biden is saying that people who have pending U visas can apply for work permits right now. So if you have a pending U visa, give me a call. Let's get you a work permit. Or if you're about to apply for your U visa, it's a great time because now you don't have to wait for years in order to be eligible to apply for a work permit. So my hope too is that President Biden is also going to increase the number of visas available for victims of violent crime. So the U visa helps out victims of violent crime who are cooperating with the police. And there's over 20 types of crimes that make you eligible for it. So I am representing people who, a lot of people who have suffered domestic violence and have reported it to the police, but also some armed robbery cases, some assault cases, some rape cases. So these are, this is very exciting news. We are sending out messages to all of our clients who have U visas pending this morning to let them know that you don't have to wait any longer to apply for your work permit. So that is very good. And we also have some changes in the enforcement priorities for people who are undocumented or who are in immigration court. So before, with President Obama, we had more communication with the government agencies. They were more open to closing cases based on what was called prosecutorial discretion, so forth. And they were only focusing on apprehending certain people. Trump came in and Trump was going after everybody. So now President Biden's new enforcement priorities are really limited to people who are recent entrants, who entered after November 2020, and people who have very serious crimes, specifically aggravated felonies, and for people who are national security risks like gang members or terrorists. So this is a huge relief to a lot of people who are undocumented, who are always afraid that they're going to get picked up. Now their risk is much, much, much lower if they don't have any of those other issues that I mentioned. And also the great thing about this is now we have more leeway to work with the ICE attorneys and officers, and we are going to be looking at cases that are currently pending, and if something isn't an enforcement priority, then we can request that the case not be prosecuted, that it be dismissed. So we're looking at filing motions to dismiss a lot of cases that are in proceedings. We also had the U.S. Supreme Court case in Chavez versus Garland, and that is a huge help to people who've been in the country for a long time, who have ties to the people, family members and ties to the community. And so we're looking at reopening a bunch of cases based on that Supreme Court case to help people get green cards through a process called cancellation of removal. So those are some of the very exciting things that are happening. I have, let's see, a question. How can I prove that I was abused if I did not report it in my country? Well, that's a great question. Thank you for your question. So this is looking at domestic violence-based asylum, and I have a lot of people from different countries who did not report the abuse to the police for many different reasons. So for example, I have someone who is from Uganda, and she suffered domestic violence. Her husband severely abused her, but she didn't seek help from the police because he was in the government. And so she didn't want any retaliation. So there's situations where the spouse is, or the partner who abused the applicant is in a position of authority, or just the fact that the police absolutely will not help you. So for example, I have a case that we won a couple of years ago. The woman is from El Salvador, and her abusers were, she had several abusers over her life, but the most recent abuser was a member of the gang. And because in El Salvador, the gang is very corrupt, and the police are very corrupt, and the gang has infiltrated law enforcement, it's just not an option. And plus, in a lot of these countries, they look at this as a private family matter, so that's another reason why someone wouldn't report something to the police. So thank you for your question. We actually have an asylum interview on Monday for a woman from Rwanda who went through the genocide there and also is LGBT. So I'm very excited to get her case done, and hopefully we'll have good news to share. So those are some of the big updates that are going on. We also have Haitian TPS has been redesignated for people who've been here since in 2021. So this is good news because previously Haitian TPS was for people who'd been here since 2010. So this is a new designation. This is now open, so people can file for Haitian TPS, people can file for Venezuelan TPS. So lots of wonderful changes. I know people have been kind of frustrated that it's taken this long for Biden to do as much as he's done. However, no, I'm very pleased with the decisions yesterday. Oh, and the other big one that I forgot to mention is that President Biden reopened the Central American Migrant Program. So this is really good news for parents or legal guardians of children who are back in Central America, because this was a program started under President Obama where the children, he was trying to prevent the children from fleeing their countries and taking dangerous journeys to reunite with their parents by going with a human smuggler or coyote and putting themselves at risk. And because a lot of kids die on, a lot of people who are doing that journey do die on that journey or get very sick, and also are subject to a lot of abuses, the drug cartels, and so forth. So President Trump stopped that program in 2018, and then President Biden just announced that he's reopened the program and he's expanded the people who are eligible for this program. So for example, not just for parents of these children, but also for legal guardians. So that's a huge deal. So, and also the parents do not have to be citizens. They do not have to have green cards. This is also including parents who have asylum cases that are pending, parents who have temporary protected status or other types of status, or who are applying for U visas or VAWA petitions. So he has really expanded the program. We are reaching out. I've gone through every single one of my cases for someone from Central America, and we're screening all of our clients to see if they have any children in the home countries in Central America, Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador, who qualify, because if they have any children who are under 21 years old and they have any of those statuses that I mentioned, the parents have any sort of status or have any pending cases, then we are able to have these children go and register with this CAM program and be processed in their countries and not have to take the dangerous journey to the United States and illegally, and be able to reunify families here. So we're really excited about that. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything that is going on. If you have any questions, feel free to send us a message. If you think you might qualify for anything here, if you have any children in Central America who are under 21 years old, or if you are Haitian or Venezuelan and you want to do temporary protected status, or if you're interested in securing a spot at the free clinic next week, get in touch with us. The phone number is 781-461-0100, and you can send a message on WhatsApp to that number. You can call us. You can send us a message on Facebook or Instagram. We do consultations in the office in Norwood, Worcester, and virtually Zoom, WhatsApp, and by the telephone or Skype. So if you want to do that, just get in touch with us. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Thanks. Bye.